Hey guys, today I'm going to be setting up my new Brio Moderna Water System. Okay, so I bought this because I have an old system that uses the 5-gallon jugs, and it goes right here. I don't have any floor space to put a floor one where you can have the underside jug or a bottom loading jug. So picking up those 5-gallon jugs and putting them up here has always been a pain. I've gotten tired of that, so I bought this one because it's bottleless. You just hook it to your water filtration system or your RO system and you get good clean water out of it. You can actually hook it to tap water. It has this onboard 3-stage filtration system. If you have good quality tap water, I'd do that. Me, I really like high quality water, so I like RO water, and so I don't even need this, but it's just going to make it that much better, okay? So let's go ahead and get it out of the box and get it installed. Alright guys, I'm back here and I've actually had this installed for about a week. I had a bunch of family come in and spend vacation here just before school started, so I had the grandkids around, and we've been using it all week and it really has done a good job. I'm really impressed with it. I hooked it up to my RO system. One thing that I will mention, that it doesn't come with the equipment to hook up to the RO system. I needed to buy a little 1/4 inch push to connect T. That's all I needed to cut into the RO line and then tee off of it and bring it over here. That was pretty easy. They provide this little tube right here to flush out the carbon and sediment filters before you use them, and I do recommend you do that because when I did flush them there was some manufacturing dust and stuff that was in them. So I flushed them with RO water from my RO system using this provided tube here. Installation is pretty easy. Everything's just push to connect, and the instructions explain it well. You have your 3 filters on the back right here, okay, and you've got your sediment filter, your pre-carbon, and then your carbon filter. And it does come with the equipment to hook it up to your normal potable water supply, but not to an RO system. Okay, so all you need to do is buy that little 3-way T if you're hooking up to a 1/4 inch RO line, and it works good. Okay, so let's do some testing out and see how it does. Alright, so I'm a person who really likes really cold stuff, and it does get the water real cold. But to me, it needs to be just a little bit colder. Some people, it might be too cold. Everyone that was here this week, I had my son, daughter-in-law, grandkids, and my other daughter and son-in-law and grandkids over. No one complained about the water being too not cold enough. They all said the water was perfect. They enjoyed it. It was very good. So let's go test the cold water. I've got a little digital thermometer here. I'll turn it on, and we'll go ahead and put it inside here. Okay. You can see it's measuring the temperature of the house. And let's go ahead and put some cold water in there. Okay. So you can see there that it's measuring 43 degrees. Now it is set to the highest setting, which says that it can be down as low as 38 degrees. Let's go ahead and do this again, because sometimes when you put into a hot container, the actual thing can take some of the heat away. So also the line has some cold water. The water's a little warmer in the line. So let's get a second reading. So the second reading is 40 degrees. So that's the true reading, because now the cup is cold and the line that with the water that was in the line was warm. Even though there is a tank that has cold water, the line that comes out here has a little bit of warm water in it. So 40 degrees, that's within the standard. It says 38 to 40 degrees on its coldest setting. All right, now it's time to test the hot side. So I'm going to reset the temperature here. And it is set to high, and which says can get up to, I think, 180 degrees. So to use the hot, you got to touch the lock for about 1 second. It turns off. Now we can dispense hot water. And we're getting 184 degrees. It's hot enough to make coffee and tea, depending. It's not boiling hot, but it is good enough to make good hot cup of coffee or tea with. Okay, so let's go ahead and test the all temp water, the normal temperature water, which is just right here. We'll reset the digital thermometer here and put some regular temp water in there. So 69 degrees, my house temperature set to about 75 degrees. So that's a normal, 68, 70, that's actually pretty good. That'd be a perfect cup of all temp water. This is an extra large cup. Let's see how fast it will fill it up. Now, I'm on a well system and I don't have real high pressure, so my RO system has always been a low volume thing. It takes a lot longer. Like if you're on city water with more high pressure, RO systems work better, but I have about 50 psi on my well. So let's go ahead and see how fast it'll fill up this cup. And this cup's about 1 quart. So that's pretty fast. That's a lot faster than my RO system. And the water's just good. It's cold, but it's not, hurting your teeth cold. Just the perfect temperature. Everybody that drank the water out of this said they really thought the flavor tasted good. All right, guys, one last test I want to do for you here is the noise test. So currently you can see that this little snowflake right here is blue, which tells you that the compressor is actively running on here, cooling the water. So I'm going to be quiet for a couple seconds and let you listen to how loud it is. Okay, so I'm using a $500 professional microphone it's got great sensitivity. And you should have been able to hear how loud it is. I'm standing right next to it. I can barely hear it. It is pretty quiet, guys. I've seen some reviews online that said that it was very noisy and very loud. That my house has ceramic floors and no acoustics on the wall, and you can hear the echo in here as I'm talking, so you can tell that I'm telling you the truth. And inside my house, if you're not standing right next to it, you can't hear it. So I would assume that whoever got the very loud ones probably got a defective unit, and or they have hypersensitive hearing. So I don't know, but my unit is pretty quiet. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this video and I found it helpful and it answered all your questions. If it has, please consider hitting that thumbs up under the video to let me know this video helped you out. Until next time, this is the Gadget Man saying, I'll see you later.